Hi you guys! Today I'm going to show you how to use Spotify Premium. This is a beginner's guide on all of the basic features of Spotify. If you've never used it before, this is going to be super helpful. I just want to preface this video by saying everything I'm showing you today is using Spotify Premium. So if you don't have Spotify Premium, not everything I'm going to be saying in this video will apply to you. So have your phone in hand so you can follow along as we go through. Let's jump right in. So the first thing you're going to want to do if you don't already is create an account on Spotify. And to do this, you're simply going to download the app. And when you open up the app, it's going to give you the sign up for free option or the login option. So we're going to select the sign up for free option. Next, it's going to ask us to put in our preferred email address that we want to use. And once you've entered that email, you're going to hit next. And now you're going to want to create a password for your account. Beneath the create a password option, it's going to tell you how many characters you have to use for that password. And for Spotify, it's 8 characters. And once you've created your password, you're going to go next. If you're finding this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos. This helps the channel to grow and for us to reach a larger audience. Thanks so much, and let's get back to the video. We'll have to enter your date of birth, and then you'll hit next. Spotify has recently changed it so that it's no longer just 2 genders to choose from. You have non-binary, prefer not to say, and you also have other. Choose whichever one applies to you and click done. And then in order to create your Spotify account, you're going to want to create a username. This is going to be what people see when they search your profile or you share your profile with anybody. So if you would prefer not to have any of your personal information in it, that's fine. You can make it whatever you want. And once you have your name chosen, you have to go and check the Spotify's terms of use and privacy policy box. That'll be the first one there. And then you'll create your account. Now that my account is created, Spotify is just going to walk me through the basic steps to get my Spotify account rolling, get music recommended to me. And to do this, you're going to select 3 or more artists that apply to you that you think you like to listen to. You can even search these artists here if there's a really underground artist that you don't think is going to pop up here. And so once you select an artist, what's going to happen is a bunch more related artists will pop up. So if I select a country artist, for example, you see that a bunch more country artists related to this person pop up, and this is super helpful. Next, you can go through and choose podcasts. Once you're done that, you'll click done. Spotify is great because as soon as you select specific artists, they're going to create a specialized playlist just for you. And if you want, you can click start listening and jump right into listening to these recommended artists and songs for you. Otherwise, you can click not now. And there you go. Now your Spotify profile has been created and you can start listening, searching for songs. So now that your Spotify account is created, we should get into Spotify's algorithm and what that means. Spotify's algorithm is really important and it's what makes discovering music so helpful and easy. So listening to playlists that Spotify has made you is a really good way to help your algorithm, but another really helpful way to improve your algorithm and have more new music and more accurate music coming into your playlists is to be liking songs. So on this song, you'll see on the right-hand side, there's a little plus symbol here. When you click that, it's going to add to your liked songs. This is going to affect Spotify's algorithm and what it's sending you, because the more songs you like, the more accurate your Spotify account's going to become, and you're going to have more playlists to choose from and different things. Another way to help this is to get rid of songs that you don't like, and to do this, you can click that minus symbol beside the plus sign, and that's going to hide that song for you. So now if you go over to your library down here at the bottom, you'll find your liked songs playlist here at the top. A lot of people enjoy adding to their liked songs and listening to their liked song playlist that way. However, I personally enjoy making playlists for myself. And to create a playlist, you're simply going to go back out to your library and click that plus symbol in the top right corner. So you'll click on that playlist option here, and you'll have the option to create a playlist name for yourself. You can make it whatever you want. I like to make playlists for the year, so 2024 would be this year's playlist, and then you'll click create and you can add to this playlist. If you click add to this playlist, it's going to bring up a bunch of Spotify's recommendations for you. Otherwise, you can go in and search for songs. And once that song pops up, you'll click the plus symbol there, and it's going to add it right into your playlist. So this is another really great way to improve your Spotify's algorithm, is creating playlists for yourself and adding these songs into your playlist. Another great feature on Spotify is the Discover Weekly feature. The Discover Weekly feature on Spotify is a curated playlist made just for you based on your algorithm on Spotify. So the longer you have Spotify, the more songs you like, the more playlists you create, and the more you listen and use Spotify, the more accurate this Discover Weekly playlist is going to be for your taste. And it's just simply going to pop up on your front page here. It's sort of self-explanatory. Your Discover Weekly changes every week starting on Monday. When you click on it, there's just going to be a perfectly curated playlist for you. Of course, it's not always going to be perfect, but it is a really great way to discover new music and add more music to your playlists. Now, it may feel a little daunting to discover music on Spotify, but there's a few things you can do to discover music on Spotify. And I'll show you my personal favorites, the ones that I use often to discover new music. The first thing you can do is go to the radio. This isn't what it sounds like. This isn't actually going to the radio, but what you're going to do is, if you find a song or an artist you really like, you're going to go up to the three dots in the top right corner, and then you're going to scroll down through this list and click Go to Radio. And this is going to bring you to a radio station filled with songs that are super similar to the one that you're listening to. So there'll be similar artists, it'll be songs from the same artist. This is a really awesome way to discover new music, and this is actually the most common way that I use. Another great way to discover new music is to listen to the entire album of a song that you like. So if you find a song you really like, you can click on that person's name and it'll bring you to their profile, and then you'll just scroll down to their albums. You can see discography here, and you can click on the album that applies and listen to that album from start to finish. That's a great way to discover new music. And another really helpful thing would be to follow that artist. You can follow any artist and every artist that you want, and this is just going to give you updates and notifications anytime this artist is releasing something. And to follow an artist, you can either click on their profile through the song, or you can go up to your search bar here and search for that artist's name, and you'll click on their profile. And here at the top left side, you're going to find that follow button, and now you're following them. Another really great feature on Spotify is your top mixes. So on top of this Discover Weekly playlist, Spotify also makes a bunch of different mixes for you to listen to. So Spotify will take different genres and make a mix of it and throw in new artists as well. So for example, made for your name, and you'll find your daily mixes. So you'll have daily mix 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you click on any of these mixes, you'll see below it's going to mention a handful of artists that this includes, and they're all in the same genre or same style of music. When you click on that, it's going to bring you here. And as you can see, this little check mark on the right hand side means all of these songs are part of a playlist I've already created. And the ones without check marks are new songs that I haven't listened to or haven't added to my playlist yet. This is a really good way to discover new music as well, especially if it's artists you've never listened to or maybe have listened to but haven't heard that particular song. So if you're too lazy to make playlists like some people are, and you only have a playlist full of your liked songs, these daily mixes that Spotify creates for you are really awesome. And if you are a fan of a certain playlist, you can click that three dots on that playlist and you can add it to your library. And when you add it to your library, it's going to create that playlist for you, and you can rename it and do whatever you want with it. Another really great way to discover music will be within these mixes here. If you scroll to the very back, you'll find the release radar. When you click on that, the release radar is basically just all new releases from artists that you follow or artists that you listen to. It's hard to keep up sometimes with artists' releases. I personally can't keep up with it, even if I'm following them on Spotify. And the release radar is a really good way to catch up with all of that and add them to your playlist. This release radar updates every Friday, so you can go back every week and see if there's anything new. Now, when it comes to listening to music, whether it's in your earphones or in the car or on a speaker, it's not always going to sound 100%. Different songs require different settings. The great thing about Spotify is that you can actually modify these settings. A lot of the time I need to modify the sounds when I'm in a car and I'm playing a very bassy song. A lot of people don't know that this feature exists. It's a really, really helpful feature, and it's so easy once you know how to use it. So you're gonna click on your icon in the top left. You'll go to Settings and Privacy. And under your name, you'll find the playback option. You'll click on that, and then you'll scroll down and click on the equalizer option. And here you're gonna find a whole bunch of different modifications and things that you can do when you're listening to certain songs. So you have these pre-made equalizer options here. So if you're listening to, an acoustic song, a classical song, dance, electronic, etc., it's going to modify the sound of the song you're listening to. However, if you know what you're doing when it comes, you want to try fixing it yourself, what you're going to do is just simply drag these points on the equalizer scale. Keep in mind, you can have your music playing while you do this, so you know exactly what it is you're doing. And if you want to undo what you've done, you'll just turn that equalizer off. It's going to go back to what it was before. So not only is Spotify a great app to discover music on, it's also a really, really cool app to share music on. I think it's more social than people think it is, and if you are super passionate about making playlists and you like the playlists that you make, you can share them with people and you can make them public. To do this, it's super simple. So you'll go to the playlist you want to make public or share with people. You'll click the three dots and you'll find the make public option here. It's going to tell you the playlist is now public, so anybody who searches for this playlist can listen to it. If you want to share this playlist with people that you know, you'll click the three dots once again. You'll scroll down to the share option, and here you can share through a variety of different apps. So you can either copy the link and just send the link a different way. You can send through Instagram stories, messages, Snapchat, WhatsApp, Facebook stories, and then there's even more options when you click more. You can airdrop, etc. There's a whole bunch of different things you can do. Another really fun thing when it comes to making playlists is you can actually add different collaborators onto that playlist, which means you and somebody else or multiple people can be adding songs to the same playlist. And this is also an awesome way to discover new music. So to do this, you'll click the three dots, you'll scroll down, and you'll click the invite collaborators option at the bottom here. And then it's gonna give you a link to send to people that'll expire in 7 days, and all they have to do is accept that link and they'll be added in to that playlist to collaborate with you. You wanted to make your playlists private, which a lot of people do. Maybe they're just for yourself. You don't want anyone else listening to them. You'll just simply hit those three dots here, and you'll click the make private option, and it'll ask if you're sure, and you'll make it private. Another really fun thing you can do when it comes to playlists is change the pictures of your playlists. I personally love this, especially if your playlists are public and people can listen to them. There's something aesthetically pleasing about having a personally chosen photo for your playlist. I think this is really fun. I've done this with all of my year-round playlists, and I just think it's really fun. And so to do this, you'll click on the playlist, click the three dots here, and click Edit, and you can change the image here. And so you can choose from your library, or you can take a photo, and you'll click Save. And now you have a personalized photo for that playlist. Spotify also has another really cool feature where you can download your playlists and listen offline. This is amazing for road trips. I am so grateful they have this feature because I cannot drive anywhere unless I'm listening to music, and often I'm driving through passes without any internet connection. And to have all of these playlists downloaded is such a lifesaver. I can listen without any trouble. So to download a playlist, you'll just simply go into your playlists. You'll click on the playlist you want to download, and you'll just click the little down arrow on the very left side, and it's going to download that playlist for you. Depending on how long it is, it may take longer than usual. Trust me when I say that downloading your playlists is worth it. You should definitely do it, at least for your favorite playlists. All right, you guys, that's it for today's video. I hope that you found this helpful. I hope you have a better idea of how to navigate Spotify. Thanks again, and I will see you guys in the next video.